Hello, this is just a quick explanation of my Culvert. I don't like using the timer at the top, that's why I like using my heroic memory as a cooldown timer. I will use the top timer for the first part, so what I do is I will pop flow on a good number, so at 10 I pop flow, and then I'll wait 10 seconds, so at 2 minutes and 00, then I will do my next step, which is heroic memory into a normal punch. Right here, and then you trigger your first fatal. The reason for the normal punch is you don't want flow to trigger, because flow triggers can then pop Cane Link, and that is not preferred at this time window. Now you see the timer at the top of heroic memory is now 59 seconds, and you basically want to take this down to 52 seconds. While waiting, you can pop buffs. So if you forgot familiars, pop your familiars, roll the dice, and Spirit Bond max. If you pop these at this time, you will have them for the whole run, so this is a really good moment to pop them, because you're waiting anyway. So as you can see, I will be doing that. And then at 52 seconds, I cast Freud's into just punching with Bomb Punch. Now you will hold this down until you have Keenling going and Constring going, and as you see, I will also put Heroic Memory on my pets because the autocast is timed perfectly. You always want cons to trigger when it's off cooldown, so make sure you're always attacking when cons is almost coming up. That is very important. If you're doing something in between or forgot a buff, you can still pop it here, but make sure your cons is running and your cane is already popped at the start. They're very important, otherwise the timings are off. Now, I will keep punching until Heroic Memory at the top will say 32, and then you will see me stop attacking. This is specifically to not accidentally trigger Fatal, and also so that you can easily talk to the guy. I will start, wait until 30, and enter. As you see, I'm holding down Bomb Punch when I enter. This is to trigger Fatal immediately as you enter. You want it as early as possible. And then I will go forward while also popping Freud's, because Freud just came off. So pop Freud's. And then I will place the Shadebind down just for some quick damage, because it triggers way faster than any attack you have. And I will do Goddess into just holding down Bomb Punch until body 4. Once you're going from 3 to 4, I pop a buffs already. So far I only had Overdrive pop. I would like Overdrive and Imp to pop together. It just didn't trigger in time, but that's fine. Once you're in body 4, you want to start using Claw. So as you see, I switch to Claw, and then I pop Imp into my AB link, split, and Blade Imp all on this body. You want it on body 5, because if you split body 6, you cannot do it in your big burst because of the 2-minute cooldown on it. Now, you can see I did a few attacks on this normally. You also still have Smashing Multi-Punch. You wait until your cons trigger happens. When the cons trigger is triggered, as you can see, it triggers right now. I do Smashing Multi-Punch on this cons trigger. And from this point, it's only waiting until Freud's comes back up and the 95-second window if you want the timing, or your next cons proc, because it's perfectly timed on the cons proc, for your spin. So as you can see, now we will just keep attacking, this body will die, and then you will pop Freud when it comes up. There we go. And now we're waiting on cons proc or 95 seconds, and then boom, triggers both of them with the fatal, and you start spinning on him. Hold spin down and keep clawing. Keep sure that you will always do Freud's off cooldown and also spin off cooldown, because spin, as you can see, is timed on my cons procs. So I'm spinning. This is only if you have your spin level 19 plus, then it starts getting work to get that on the cons proc. I do Freud's into backdash to animation cancel it. Cons proc happens again, and I spin again. And then we come to the fatal, we do a few attacks, and then stop around 63 seconds-ish if you want the timing. I start ring swapping. As you can see I'm ring swapping here. And at the 60-second mark, you want to do Goddess. There you go, Goddess. Once ring swapped, I cast Will into Seren buff, because we will be bursting at the 35-second mark. And because of that, we just want that out of the way right this instant. After that, I go into AB link, and I wait for flow to come back up. So as you see, I'm waiting. Flow comes up, so pop flow. And then at the 50-second mark, I go for origin. Origin at 50 seconds. You see that also Freud's came up. I do not pop it here. I want it right after Origin. It's just a better timing window for when you're bursting. So I'm just holding down Freud's now, waiting for it to pop. There we go, Freud into Imp, Overdrive, AB Link, start punching, and at 38-ish, 37, 38, you will see I'm going to start doing Roar, Split, Cut, because at 35 seconds is our window for our Fatal. Split, up, and now I start spinning, and then flashing Multi-Punch, and now it's just holding down your button. Basically, you keep holding down the button until Roar disappears. The moment Roar disappears, then you do Freud's backdash into attacking more. And you're done. The way this setup is working is we are banking on a extension. There is a 7-second window for your Origin to extend, and then also a fatal trigger that happens on the end while a cane is running at the end. So right here at the end, you saw me, I had a fatal, when my Origin did extend perfectly until all the way until the end, and that's why this run was so good.